Okay, gentlemen, I'm going to show you how to lap a male ferrule on the bench without a lathe. And as I mentioned earlier, I like to use my homemade files made out of aluminum bar stock, which I flatten on my work sharp, and I adhere self-adhesive discs ranging from 600 to 2000 on these files. They're cheap, they're easy, they wear well, and they're easy to change the abrasive on, which I do on a very regular basis, just to maintain consistency in my work. And it's cheap. It's always good to use good tools that work well and maintain them well. Nothing wrong with inexpensive, as long as they're good tools. And this is a good tool. I think you might have just seen me, I hope, put a nice even coat of oil on that abrasive. This abrasive is 600 grit. I'll put it on there so that you can see this happen rather fast to understand what I'm trying to do here. What I want to do is I want to be very careful about taking an even amount of material, both in a circular fashion around this ferrule and also in a lateral manner, because I want uniformity at the end of the day. These ferrules come to us off of a very high precision lathe, and when we get them, they're as close to round as they'll ever be. Our objective is to make them a little bit smaller without damaging them, and that's a challenge, as you all well know. So what I want to do here is I want to address this abrasive in such a manner that I'm getting consistent pressure from one side of the ferrule to the other, and I'm also cutting the entire length of the ferrule at the same time. That allows me to keep consistent. So I'm going to hold this like this. Those two fingers are applying even pressure down onto that cutting surface, and that's where I get my uniformity in cut. And so now I'm going to reach over with my right hand, and I'm going to spin this and draw it across that cutting surface. As you proceed, you can watch that. You need to move that right hand to make sure you make full 360. You can watch that. See, I've gotten one side pretty good, but I did not draw it far enough on the other side. You watch that oil line. And that oil line will look like that from the nickel silver coming off of here as well. I recommend you take a magic marker and do this a time or two in your process, just to make sure that you're addressing this uniformly. And quite frankly, that's it. If you address these various grit files in a uniform manner, you're going to end up with a ferrule that fits really nicely. One word of caution: you can take it off, but it's much more difficult to put it on. There are plating methods. I don't use them. Some do. Some have had better luck with it. I tried it, and I find it easier just to grind the ferrule off and replace it when there's a problem. Anyhow, go slow. If you're at 600 and this thing slides on, you're going to have trouble having a nice fit when you get it finished out at the 1500, 2000 grit range. I also like to clean it up with 4/0 steel wool when I'm all done, and then I polish it with Flitz, F-L-I-T-Z. It's available in any local hardware store. It's a nice polishing agent, and I use it on all my nickel silver. That's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or give me a call. I'm happy to help any way I can. Have a nice day.